sírvanse levantar la mano.
With that vote, the UN passed new sanctions aimed at stemming Iran's nuclear ambitions. The sanctions were driven by the Obama administration, along with Great Britain and France.
This resolution will put in place the toughest sanctions ever faced by the Iranian government, and it sends an unmistakable message about the international community's commitment to stopping the spread of nuclear weapons.
The new sanctions do not prevent anyone from buying oil from Iran. That's the country's chief export. But if enforced successfully, they would prevent Iran from assembling the ballistic missiles needed to launch nuclear weapons and from mining the uranium needed to build bombs. It also bars Iran from buying many conventional weapons, like attack helicopters. The main way the sanctions work is by freezing money used for these non-peaceful ends. The sanctions also allow for Iranian cargo ships to be searched for weapons and weapons parts. Iran has long said that it is developing nuclear technology for energy purposes, but the U.S. and others say the true goal is to develop a nuclear arsenal. After the sanctions passed, the Iranian ambassador insisted the country had the right to develop nuclear technology for peaceful use.
Iran, as one of the most powerful and stable countries in the region, has never bowed and will never bow to the hostile actions and pressures by these few powers, and will continue to defend its rights.
The U.S. ambassador to the UN, Susan Rice, reacted angrily to the Iranian ambassador.
We heard a lot of ridiculous rhetoric from our Iranian colleague here today, designed to obscure and deflect the reality that Iran is in violation of its IAEA obligations and prior Security Council resolutions.
While Rice insisted the Iran sanctions are working, while still leaving the door open to diplomacy, some say the sanctions don't go far enough to work.
These sanctions don't, for example, go after the main Iranian economic resources, so the oil and the gas. Those are the kinds of sanctions that would really hit the Iranian economy, that would make the Iranian regime sit up and take notice.
The Obama administration says the sanctions are meant to punish Iranian leadership and not its citizens. Ted Chaffrey, The Associated Press, at the United Nations.